Hey man, it's your boy MMA Habits back at it again with another video, giving you a tier list today. Okay, so most of my successful videos have been tier lists, so might as well ride the wave, right? Fucking 4 weeks later. Anyway, though, the UFC's been very dry these past few weeks, months. It feels like nothing's really been made. No matchups have really been made. I mean, we're really fickle because only last week Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria and Islam versus JDM were like confirmed and whatnot. But all these bad matchmaking as well with Alex Volkanovski and Yair probably happening in Guadalajara. I don't know what's wrong with Dana White. He's very out of touch, it seems. But I don't want to ramble on about that. That's going to be a separate video. Today, though, we have a tier list. I've had this on my mind for a while, but now I'm finally getting to it, being a lazy fuck. But today's tier list is UFC's biggest degenerates, okay? The UFC's biggest degenerates. What does this mean? Degenerate behavior, whether that's with, like, let's say women, or like just outside of the cage, or they going out too much. Have they been rumored to indulge in some things, or are they just absolutely egregious in front of our faces? You know what I mean? Like, whether that's on social media, etc. Okay, so you'll get an idea what I mean by this. That just certain behaviors, right? So if you got in the S tier, like, this is horrible shit. C or D tier, like, you're a Twitter warrior, like, you're on there too much, maybe, or it's just a small little thing. But starting off, I always do a good benchmark, but I'm just gonna go straight in, cutthroat. I don't know if this guy would even be considered in the UFC more, but we're gonna do it. I think he's under contract still. Conor McGregor, you can't really tell what the fuck is going on in there. He's coked up. We all know why he would be on this tier list at S tier. He's a Twitter warrior, first of all. He keeps talking about the comeback. Actually, recently he hasn't been talking about it as much. He briefly mentioned it recently, but not as much as he used to. Like, he was doing that every week. But I don't know if he's slowed down on the angel powder and whatnot, but he seemed to cool down. He seemed to cool down recently, but still, like, bro's going out with a family. He's bringing his whole family to his voyage on, like, going. He's bringing his wife out. Like, what are you doing, bro? Grown ass man with kids at home, and he's like homeschooling him stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with McGregor. He needs to, like, settle down, like, actually have a family, lock in with something. I know he's dialed with his business and whatnot, like his whiskey, and he's having legal troubles recently, so he's kind of simmered down like that. Yeah, we all know Conor. We all know why he's at S tier. So moving on, let's do a good example of what it means to be a non-degenerate. So, like, I shouldn't even be putting these guys on the list because they shouldn't even be associated with a list like this. But I couldn't really think of, when I think of, like, somebody doing a degenerate offense, I'm going to immediately put you at, like, either C, B, A, S tier. But D tier, this is a good example of what it means to be a man and not be a degenerate. Is Islam Makhachev. I know, you might be lacking other qualities if you're not a degenerate, right? You maybe socially inept or just IQ inept, like so, right? He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He just blanks out like that. But yeah, I mean, Islam, he trains hard, right? Like, he's just very dedicated. He has his family. Doesn't really go to see them very much, actually. So I don't know. Maybe maybe a high D tier. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't go see his family very much. He's just a simple man, right? He likes to ride his motorbike and do whatever in his free time, and he doesn't seem to have any problems with like, going out, obviously, and indulging in too much fun. They're already having, like, those Dagestanis, bro, they always have fun. They're always together. That's why I give it to them. Like, I know they're your cousins and stuff, like, it's your family, but, like, you guys, like, have fun with each other. You find everything funny. You just have a little goofy old time. So I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. So Islam's a good example of what you should do within, like, the cage, and, like, how, like, you present yourself to the media and, like, outside the cage. So moving on, let's go B tier. We'll put Patty B tier, right? Because it's a little bit repetitive. Every time I bring him on a tier list, I'm always talking about his weight or, like, how much he's eating and stuff. But that is a big thing. Like, like probably like a year or two ago, we would put him in A or S tier because he was literally just bloat maxing after every fight, and he still does to this day. Maybe he should be more. Maybe I think he's been more conscious because he's at the top now of the division. He's like, okay, like I gotta dial in. But this picture right here, I thought it was kind of funny. It's what the I'm Peter McNeely, fucking what something tornado. But yeah, thought that photo was funny. Yeah, there's nothing really else to say. I don't see him really going out too much or having a drinking problem. I think he smokes weed for sure. Like I've seen him stoned on a podcast, like just high as shit, bloated as shit, just fucking brain rotted, bro. He just had nothing to say. He's like, oh yeah, lad, yeah, lad. But yep, that's Patty. Nothing else really to say. Moving on though, we have, we'll put Justin Gaethje in C tier. Bro, always like. I feel like this is going to be a repeat roster of like most of my tier lists, but Justin has been featured on all of my tier lists, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he smokes weed, that's about it. That's not really degenerate about it. Like, it's a little annoying, or like it's kind of a little bit like degenerate to like be caught high in the crowd. Like, bro, just put some eye drops in or do something with your eyes, bro. Because I mean, his eyes are always low, but like still, you seen that Ilya Taporia mentioned on the Joe Rogan podcast about like how he's seen Justin Gaethje in the crowd. He's like, man, I always think he's high, you know. It's true, probably. He probably does smoke a lot of weed. So I mean, a lot of these fighters. I can't really say it's really degenerate behavior or anything like that. So I'll put it in C tier because there's a lot of people that openly smoke. He doesn't openly smoke weed, but there's obviously, you know, this picture right here of good old Rufus hitting a hard rip of the rig, going out to train with fucking beakers and test tubes with fucking Trevor Whitman and Corey Sandhagen. So, yep, that's Justin Gaethje. That's that for you, okay? Moving on, let's go to A tier, okay? We're gonna, yes, brother, you cannot kiss woman in front of me, bro. I get no pussy, bro. This is haram, bro. That shit was like, people forget, man. People forget he did really do that in a shopping center in Dagestan, something like that. He did sucker punch the guy. He is a pussy for that, so he couldn't even face him. Like, there's one thing to like believe that and like really follow through. It's another to like kind of get like stunned a bit, like the guy walk away and you sucker punch him in the back of the head or do some, I forgot what strike it was, but other than that, I think he's fine. Usually, like, I know it's kind of weird, but even though like I think it's a good marker, but like if you're like the way you interact with Nina Drama is like a good marker on like how you are with like women, you know what I mean? Because she's like hot, right? And all these UFC fighters, like, they don't like get too many like hot reporters, you know what I mean, that are like potentially single, it seems. So depending on the way you react is like a good, like, okay, that guy's decent, he's half decent, you know what I mean, he's not a complete degenerate. So he wasn't really didn't strike me as a degenerate training with Nina and stuff. He's just autistic. He was just throwing kicks at her and like actually striking her a bit. So thought that was kind of funny. But other than that, yeah, he is a bit of a degenerate for doing that in the shopping center and other shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure. If you know, you know. Moving on. These are just allegations, but I could see this so being like the truth. I don't know why. Dan Hooker, we'll put him in B tier. You'd be like, why is Dan Hooker on this list? First of all, he's had a midlife crisis with all this tattoos, and I don't know if you see his Instagram, bro. Like, post like people my age, bro. He's posting like this like lifestyle maxing and stuff, playing. I like when I looked at his Instagram, I would never expected him to listen to like King Von and shit, bro. Bro's tapped in for real, but other than that, it's kind of weird to say that after what I'm gonna say now or before what I'm gonna say now. Is he's been rumored to be like in New Zealand, like sex clubs, like rumored to like go into them and whatnot, supposedly, but I could so see that he's got some demons, bro. I could tell he's a freaky ass motherfucker. He does something behind the scenes, bro, that we do not know of. Like, he's got some weird dynamic with his wife. I have no idea. But these are just accusations, and for these accusations, I will put you in B tier. And yeah, he was kind of coming at Armand. We'll get to that in a moment. You'll see why. But yeah, moving on. I can't really elaborate too much because like those are just purely allegations. I forgot which ones he was accused of, but yeah, he was rumored to frequent sex clubs in New Zealand and Australia, one of those two. But moving on. I see. I understand it now. We'll put Jamal. He would have been A tier. But we're going to put him in B tier again. I don't know why I'm doing another B tier in a row, but we're going to do it. Jamal Hill, Twitter warrior to the max. Maybe not as much anymore. I haven't really seen him on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know if he's been tweeting at all. It's not really been in the news at all. But he was a Twitter warrior. Like, bro, spend your time doing something productive. Like market your brand, or like go do some sort of promotion. Go train. Like, go watch film. Go hang out with your family. But no, you're like responding to these people that you shouldn't even be paying your time to. Like, just responding for what, bro? I don't understand. I know this has been like a repeated claim, or like, it's been repeated throughout the media for months now, and like it's stopped obviously because it's redundant, you know what I mean? But people forget, man, that is who Jamal Hill is. So he's simmered down a bit after the year he lost. He's like, all right, bro, like, I gotta calm down. He tried to get in there with Khalil to get in the good graces with the fans, or doing it for himself. I don't know, but yeah, good on Jamal Hill for lowering down on the degeneracy on Twitter. So I'll say that. And he had some shit with his brother, but I don't really give a fuck. And he's fat as fuck out of camp, so that puts him at B tier as well. Moving on, we got no more B tiers for now. No more B tiers for now. We'll do a good example, like another good example. Tom Aspinall. Actually, no, he's going C tier. And you know why. On the surface, he's a very well-spoken guy. You know what I mean? He conducts himself pretty well. Hello, John. I just want to fight you, and I think I'm better than you. That's what that photo represents right there. He's chasing John Jones down in Thailand. So he found him in Pet Phuket, and John was on the bike, or the whatever, with that fucking so-called Muslim guy. I don't know what the fuck he's got going with John. Anyway, I'm getting completely off track. But we all know that Nina Drama interview where he's like, have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before? She's like, no. She's like, what would it take? Or I got to do, what would it take? You know what I mean? Like, that's a kind of more of an autism moment, though. Because Nina was asking those questions, and then, like, Tom was like kind of like trying to do like sort of the same format of question what Nina was doing, but it kind of was not the same format whatsoever. Like, when people try to do like a comparison situation and then they try and like overextend the comparison. That's essentially what Tom Aspinall did. And in the moment, he's like, oh, crikey. In the moment, he realized he had to do something. I mean, you double down in the moment, you know what I mean? It's the only thing you can do. You can't just immediately retract the statement and be like, oh shit, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, So that's the only reason he's in C tier. Other than that, he's a very level-headed man. He doesn't seem to get in too much of his ways when it comes to going out or like drinking too much. Maybe not the best diet from what I've seen before. Like I have a couple monsters. I run on caffeine. Like, bro, maybe that's not as good. But I think he's cleaned up his diet now from what I've seen, training with like Eddie Hall. Being like he's like dialing in his nutrition. I don't know if Eddie Hall is the best nutrition advice, but yeah, he's dialed in a bit more. So moving on. Nobody's in A tier, bro. We got to put somebody in A tier. We're gonna put what? Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I'm a Reddit moderator. I talk like I'm a fucking he talks like those weird like weird ass like kids in middle school, bro. You see those clips of kids like it was like I forgot. You know what I'm talking about though, right? Like just they say some weird shit like and then like they think they so tough and like that was literally Sean Strickland in middle school, bro. I guarantee you that, bro. In high school, he's like, I'll fucking kill you. And, like, he's like, I'm the Snow Snatcher. Like, just stupid bullshit. He would say that's literally how he talks on Twitter, bro. And sometimes in real life, like, when he was trying to respond to Drickus, he's like, Drickus, I'll take your soul. Like, Drickus was like, mate, listen here. I don't tolerate that, mate. I think you're a fucking nerd, mate. What is wrong with you, But I got to work on the Drickus accent. I kind of got put on the spot there. But, yeah. He kind of talks like a Reddit moderator and just, not living up to what he's saying. It's kind of like, what, bro? Like, you are a pussy. Like, you lose so much aura from that and hyping himself up so much just for him to dilly-dally in the ring. Like, just tap around, just flimsy around, no thought behind anything, no dog in him, just dilly-dallying around in that second fight with Drickus du Plessis. So, yeah. Reddit moderator head ass motherfucker. If that's what he was, if he wasn't a UFC fighter, bro, he would be on Reddit. He would be talking like some crazy game. He would be saying all types of stories on that shit, bro. And people would he would be aura maxing on Reddit and Discord and shit like that. So I'll give it to him. I don't do that shit, by the way. So moving on. Let's go back to S tier, right? Because we just went to A. Johnny Bones Jones. Number one is the Johnny Bones Jones. Number two, Anderson Silva. Oh, I could have put Anderson Silva on this list because a long time ago, I seen him you'd be scrolling Instagram and whatnot, and some hot bitch pops up on some OnlyFans model or whatnot. Bro, I swear a couple of those that popped up, I swear, Anderson Silva liked those posts, bro. Like, I know he's a man. He has a wife and kids, but, he's old enough. Just let the fucking man be. So, I'm not going to put him on there for that. And, I'm out of everyone, no, Anderson Silva, no. So, it's okay. It's okay, Anderson Silva. But what's not okay is John Bones Jones. Johnny Bones Jones. I'm living my best life in Pet Phuket. The food is amazing. I'm filling myself up every day. Why? Got these sus-ass tweets, bro. What is going on? Look at his eyes. I know I'm not zoomed in too much, but look at those gone eyes, bro. And for him to be I know this is the Russian Ultimate Fighter, and this guy's involved, and I don't know if he's even a main part of it. He gets shown up a lot, and he's in throughout all the seasons and whatnot. But yeah, why was he letting him grip his hair and sniff it? What was going on backstage? You know what I mean? And I seen the video in the pool, they're just moving John Jones around, and he's just oh, just move me around. What, bro? What? John Jones, he is for sure on bottom. That's what I will say. I feel like he's so submissive, bro, and if you don't follow through with that shit, that's when he gets aggressive and he'll actually fuck you up and maybe rape you, So yeah, we all know why John Jones is here. He's literally actively on a bender. He's actually on a bender right now in Thailand. Tom's mate, I'm just, the UFC that has it online. I'm just waiting for the call. He hasn't even been talking about it because he's just literally for weeks just been yapping about this. Months, years. Now it's so redundant. It's over. Just strip the fucking guy. You know what I mean? How is this guy the champion? How is this guy representing your great organization, supposedly? I mean, Dana doesn't care anymore, clearly. So, judging by the matchmaking in this as well. So, yeah, disgraceful champion John Jones and just everything before. He's high S tier. He's more egregious than Connor. So, moving on. Let's simmer down a bit. We'll put Drickus in B tier. He doesn't go out or anything like that. Yeah, he has a couple beers, but he's dialed in. It's more so just first of all, the gay stuff. I forgot about that when I was putting him on the tier list. The gay stuff is funny, but also, oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. You guys didn't see that. Those are the guys. Those are the image files for for this. So just hold your horses, okay? But yeah, mate, listen here. I'll never kiss my coach. You'll never find a video of me kissing my coach. He just smooched me. They're totally different. You misunderstood completely. Mate, do you need a psychologist? Do you need a therapist? Are you okay in the head for asking these questions? That's Drickus for you. But also the thing with Nina Drama. I don't know why I'm gonna keep attaching it to that, but I don't know if you guys seen the Guillermo and people comment and they're I judge how nice NBA player is with their interaction with the Guillermo or a celebrity, and it's kind of true. Kind of shows your real colors with interacting with somebody like that potentially, because I know Nina Drama might have more status than Guillermo in a way in that same setting. Like they view Guillermo as like just like a funny guy. Nina's like not really that. She's just a reporter. You know what I mean? But the shit he said she was like, "What would you rate yourself as a fighter?" And he goes, "Oh mate, what would you rate me? What would you rate me?" She's like, "No, we're not doing that." She's like, "Oh, all right. How about you rate me?" I'm like, "Bro, your fucking girlfriend, Drickus is, bro. I feel like Drickus is like got too much testosterone. I don't know what it is, bro. I feel like behind the scenes, he's like actually like murdering pussy, bro. Like I feel like he's got girls left and right. I don't know why. Maybe not with that Riz, but I feel like with a couple drinks in him, he's smooth with it. You know what I mean? He's good with his words. He's quick with his words. He's well spoken. So that's why he's in B tier. Other than that, he's not. He's dialed in. That mate, I'm fucking dialed in. I'm gonna absolutely massacre him at Chimaev, and they turned Australian. They have very similar accents, South Africans and Australians. I wonder why. If you know, you know. Anyway, moving on. Got like about like 7 more, 8 more. Shit, I gotta go. I gotta get moving. Fuck. Been yapping too long. Let's go back to what it means to be a good example. Man, I work so hard for these guys. Don't leave. That's my veggie bite impression. I love veggie time. Pantoja. I'm family man. I have kids. Dad, look at me now. Literally, look at him now. He's a family man. He works hard. He defends the belt multiple times a year. People forget, man. People forget. Maybe not this year, but he's a dog. I give it to him because a lot of people like, oh man, nobody's talking about Pantoja. It's true. Nobody's really talking about Pantoja and like what he's doing. It's sort of going to be like a Demetrius Johnson thing. Maybe, Demetrius Johnson's a little like more fan friendly in a way, like people can like look at him and be like yes, or like hear what he has to say because he speak clear English. He's probably Pantoja's like the least marketable champion at the moment. It is what it is, but what the things he can't control though is his actions, and I don't see him clubbing or going out too much. I see him as a family man who trains hard. He's a company man. He defends the belt multiple times. He doesn't duck or anything like that, like John Jones, or no stipulations really. He's just ready to fight anybody. I will say though, move up to 135, bro. I know you don't want to, but fuck all that. Moving on. You know what? We'll put Boatan. Nino drama. We'll put Prayer in B tier because I feel like the fame got a little to his head. He was doing too much, in UFC 4 when you do too much promotion throughout the week and then you're not in good condition, like you're in moderate condition by the fight, and then like your stats go down. That's literally what happened to Alex Pereira against Ankalaev. I will say, you know what I mean? He was doing that for a couple title defenses too. He did that for Yuri and what's his fucking face? Khalil Roundtree. I'm pretty sure he was just like goofing around in like Australia, like traveling. Because it's really taxing to travel. Like, if you're going in a hotel, like, if you're staying in a hotel, let's say, you're not back home training in a, primed facility. I'm sure, he was going out training, but he was just doing, like, seminars and, like, recorded sparrings, essentially. And then I don't know what else he would do. But it's not completely focused training. So I'll put him in B tier because he did let the demons get to him. He did let those distractions get to him. And he's just, something about Alex. I don't know what it is. He's hiding something. Because he's not really active with women. I don't know if he has women problems. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a conspiracy. I remember those allegations. I'm not relating it to that, but yeah, even before those allegations, I would think something like that would come up, or just some weird behavior. He has to let it out somehow. So I'm not accusing him of that. So I'll just say he wasn't as dialed in with his training. Moving on. Peyton Tabit. We'll put him in A tier. You know why? Because the pole dancing, the vaping. I don't know how you can vape as a UFC fighter. That's kind of fucking crazy to me. So Uriah Faber, he likes that shit. He likes being touched on the butt of his chin. In the crack specifically, Peyton was enjoying that. So, yeah, a little bit sus. He's a little bit closeted, I will say. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I don't give a shit if he's gay or not. He's just hiding it. He's like, I don't like these rumors. Be like, yeah, I mean, you have to realize the way you come across and, like, not this distorted masculinity. But, you know, he is vaping. He is, I don't know if he smokes weed. I think he probably does, like, shrooms or, like, psychedelics or some shit like that, like Corey does. But I feel like he hangs out with his friends quite a bit. He has nights out, and that's fine because he's a young man. He's around my age. You know what I mean? I'm actually quite a bit younger. I don't want to feel like Unc, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Peyton Tabbitt. Well, you know why he's in the A tier, and like the pole dancing as well. A little bit sussy baka. I think he's simmered down though. I think the more and more he's gonna go through his career, I think the more and more he's gonna like dial in and like just turn to like a Giga Chad. Because Payne Tabbitt as Giga Chad form would be like monster. You know what I mean? He would fight, like he fights with aggression, but he would have like he would look different for sure. It would look different. Moving on, we're gonna go back. We'll go to S tier again. Or yeah, we'll go to S tier. Easy. Listen, I manifested this situation. You manifested mouth feeding your dog and Willie time and all this stuff. I know it's redundant. Everyone's heard about the Willie time. It's kind of old. He's simmered down a bit. I want to put him in. Yeah, we'll just keep him there because like that's too egregious. Like whether you did that 5 years ago, 4 years ago, still is quite horrible to do that to your dog. And just what I feel like he does outside of the kid. I feel like he does some freaky ass shit, bro. I feel like he does some degenerate ass, demonic ass shit. You know what I mean? You remember you were talking about like juju and all that stuff. My grandma do voodoo. You know? So everyone knows why Izzy's at S tier for this. I don't really want to go too much into the dog stuff, but he's got some fetishes with his dog, let's say. He's got some interests, some extracurricular interests than just being, you know, like, oh, nice dog, you know, you can sit on my lap and, like, I could pet him, you know, treat him like. The dynamic with the dog is completely different with Izzy, so when he sees that, it's different. It's personal. So, moving on. We'll put Sean O'Malley. We'll put him in C tier. He would have been B or A tier, or even S tier a couple years ago. I don't know what his dynamic with his wife is looking like anymore. Still, I hope it's still not that. I think he tightened it up because he's seen Andrew Tate and whatnot. I don't know if it takes Andrew Tate for you to dial in with that. You're kind of a degenerate. So you do need to be featured on this list between C or S tier. But I will give it to him. He dropped down because he's not on social media. He's actually dialed in a bit more because I feel like his training regimen was kind of lackadaisical. He looked very chill. Like this was when you would post on Snapchat, it just looked like training was like or MMA was like a side part of his life. But he was, now that I think of it, he always incorporated training even on like off days or like he always doing something, whether it's light. It's not really the craziest intensity, but he's always doing something. That's one thing I noticed with Sean in his training. So, and again, he's off social media. He smokes a little weed though. There's nothing wrong with that. Like Justin Gathegi and Sean O'Malley smoking weed compilation. I don't know why that popped into my head, but yep, that's Sean O'Malley for you. He's not as bad now. People might be like, bro, Sean needs to be put A tier, B tier, S tier, bro. It's fine. He's had enough about the degeneracy and, you know, being made fun of for his dynamic, which is, you know, redundant. Everyone knows this shit. Everyone knows about Izzy. Everybody knows about Connor and Sean O'Malley. They're like their weird situation. Patty Pimblett, you know. So I'm not gonna redundantly repeat these things. I'm gonna only go into detail with something that people might not as know. So we're going to the last two. Okay, so I'm gonna put Carlos Prates. No. We'll go A tier because obviously smoking cigarette, I smoky, I drinky, partying too much. Dude, the party scene that they did for like Embedded, try to make it seem lit and shit. It, like, bro is not like they're just hanging out. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like, oh my god, this party animal. He does go out. He probably goes to the bar like a couple times a week. I don't give a fuck about that shit, to be honest. It is kind of childish to do that because, like, my friends will do that and shit during the week. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? But, yeah, he smokes cigarette. He's actually kind of dialed with his training. He had pretty good takedown defense, and he didn't really, show any lack of gas tank in his fight with Ian Gary, even though he pretty much did nothing, so that's probably why. And he literally gassed out so hard in the finishing sequence because I remember, bro, I was tweaking. I'm like, bro, finish him! Like, he's on the fucking ropes, bro. Couple more strikes and he's, like, out. Like, he's done. Like, Ian is, like, dying on the ground right now. He's like, mate, don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's literally what's happening. And then Carlos is like, I smoke you too much. I smoke you too. That's what happened to him. Mid-fight, or the last whatever minute that was happening, and then that costed him the fight. So crazy from Carlos Prates. I wouldn't say he lost too much stock from that fight. He did lose stock, obviously, and like tanked the fucking fighting nerds, bro. Like the first one to lose, you fucking ruined it, bro. It was going so well. They had so much aura. Now you've kind of like subtracted it a bit, you know what I mean? Even from Mauricio Rufy, and Gene Silva, you're subtracting from that. So, yep, Carlos Prates, we all knew he's going to be featured on this list for smoking cigarette. But, last one, S tier. I don't think he's the biggest offender. He's not near, yeah, he's a lower S tier. Arman Sarukian, you might be wondering, why? Why, bro? Why Arman? He's dedicated. He might, splurge out on some food, the gluttonous pig and whatnot. But the shit with Nina drama, bro, just weird ass Riz, just fucking terrible Riz, I will say. Like awful Riz. Like Nina, I will say, like Nina is kind of awkward. Like it can't always be like an exhilarated situation with, like, you know what I mean, like constant entertainment. There's gonna be awkward moments, and Arman was so weird, bro. Like, he would just, like, try and, like, hold on to her or, like, stay in certain positions, bro. Like, bro, I know bro is not tapping anything, bro. I know bro walks around in Miami or California with his entourage and, like, pulling up in the Urus and, like, wearing designer and shit. And he just has nothing to say to the husband, bro. I feel like he's pulling up to, like, these social events with, like, these business guys and, like, trying to network and just, doing general promotion. If he sees a female, bro, I feel like he has no riz. I don't know what it is. Like, he doesn't, like, he's a handsome guy. He's, like, in shape. Just fucking it up, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, maybe it's because where he was raised, and if you know, you know. But, yeah, that's pretty much for Arman. Just the Nina drama situation. I just have a suspicion he's just weird with girls, bro. I feel like he's got this weird-ass energy with girls. You know what I mean? Very secretive. But that's the tier list for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is there any snubs? Is there any, people you would want moved around? Explain why. Give me your opinions in the comments down below. And feel free also. I know, course promoter, right? Making you do something. I'm trying to sell my own thing. Join the G Money Combat Discord server, okay? You can follow me at G Money Combat, so G Money, same word, _combat. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. Check out all those videos and posts I have. And I have quite a lot of information on training protocols as it pertains to cardio training, strength and conditioning, like dexterity, and just overall training protocols for, peak performance for combat athletes, and also just technical advice also. So feel free. DM me on there. I can get you in. You'll have access to a full cardio training session. You'll have access to training like a general chat and just whatever's on my mind for that day, like when it comes to as it pertains to fighting. And I also I'll keep you posted on full strength and conditioning. This isn't a personalized thing. You can DM me and I can actually give you personalized training as well. So free of charge. So if you're looking to level up your game, you're watching my channel and you're like, who's this goofy goober? You can also, learn from me a little bit. So free of charge, nothing at all. Just join the Discord server and I'll give you like free coaching advice through the DMs, and also you'll have access to training protocols, all right? Enough for my free promotion. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy it, Aaron Blanchfield, and fucking, I don't know. Is it Macy Barber? I don't fucking care. I'm not watching that shit, bro. I'm just gonna rewatch it. I didn't give you Gilbert Burns and Michael Morales reaction because I'm like, fuck that, bro. You know what I mean? But that's it for the video. And yeah, peace out, boys.